Okay, Comics Plus. What's going on? My name's Akasan. How you guys doing? It has been a very, very hard weekend, as you can see. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy for all of us. So I genuinely hope all of you guys are getting through this hard time, as we need to remind ourselves that we are all trying to get through this together. Unfortunately, over the weekend, at least for me, Saturday and then Friday for I think a lot of the weekend. Unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 of stage 4 colon cancer. He had been keeping it a secret for about 4 years now, and it was a shock to everybody because even I was reading a memoir that was put out by the director of Black Panther, and he didn't even know. He wasn't privy to the information of what was going on with Chadwick. So, as we are hurting, I'm sure there are people even that Chadwick worked with that are just as in shock and awe as we are, if not, and no, absolutely worse feeling. So, yeah, we are all in this one together. So Marvel, the best thing I can do is just try to move on and keep tracking on one foot after the other, as Anna said in Frozen 2, and do the next right thing. And the best thing I can do is talk about this video that Marvel Studios put out, Chadwick Boseman tribute, about an hour ago. And I guess the best way for dealing with these stages of grief is to just continue to just, like I said, do what we can and do what comes naturally here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, it's gonna be the longest 4 minutes of my life. Oh boy, let's go.
It was Chadwick Boseman's performance in 42 that really made us take a second look. There is such an honor and dignity to the way that he played Jackie Robinson that we knew we needed for the character of T'Challa, the Prince of Wakanda.
Chadwick is an amazing actor and we thought would fit perfectly with the MCU.
He did. He really did.
Black Panther himself, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick, he has a lot of depth. It was amazing as an audience member to look into his eyes and see what's going on.
We must find a way to look after one another as if we were one single tribe.
A lot of the things about the character are also true about Chad. He's very knowledgeable. He's an athlete, martial artist. He's had a lot of experience playing roles that come with a lot of weight, So I think he as a person, he as a guy has a lot of weight to him. I think he brings all of that stuff to the role, but not to mention that he's incredibly gifted as an actor and as a performer, and also as a storyteller in his own right.
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda. And it is my responsibility to make sure our people are safe.
Because he is so prepared as an actor, and because his character is sort of flawless on set, it forced the other actors who had scenes with him to kind of raise their game and go, okay, this guy is not taking anything for granted. He's really leaving it all out there. So we have to keep up with him.
What doesn't Chadwick bring to the character? I mean, he's regal and grounded, and he brings a gravitas to it. So all of this feeds his T'Challa, and I think he wore the crown with dignity.
Bombay! Bombay!
I've known him since I was about 17, so I've known him for a really long time.
Really?
Back in New York.
Wow.
He did the work. obviously. You know, I just think he did an incredible job being true to the character.
I had a great time with Chadwick. Just warmth and camaraderie.
Damn, she does
Came
not
into it, of
age.
course, with a great deal of respect for his previous work. So when I looked at him with proud eyes, you know, they were as mother and also as comrade and colleague and Angela. It is your time to be king.
I mean, Chadwick is just a powerhouse.
Oh.
Really, he's so talented. Every single movie he's made. There's kind of this internal, almost nobility.
The Black Panther has been the protector of Wakanda for generations.
He's such a soulful actor and so professional, so present. It really gives so much to the other person, and he's awesome. And his presence on set, I think, kind of raises the stakes a little bit for everybody.
Chadwick he's a really smart, interesting, dynamic guy, and I think he was not overwhelmed, but very surprised and somewhat taken aback by the amount of love. It ceased to become just about how well he inhabited the role and all that stuff. It's become part of our culture just as a symbol.
Yeah, it really has.
This welcome is one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced.
It's fun to watch just what it means to people. At times, in my head, I'll be like, well, what does this do for the world? Like, actually, what is it? You know, is it actually valuable in this climate? And I have to say, yes, it actually is. Not because it makes people escape. I think when done right, it gives people hope. I found that it means a lot.
Absolutely. Man. Yeah, man. Wakanda forever. He made it. He made that what it is, and that will forever be associated with his name, for reals, man. I feel like I need to go commission a emote of Wakanda forever now. I feel like we got to do that from here on out. Like I got to ask Gigi to do that. Man. Man, I have so many mixed feelings about this situation. In the sense of what to do with, first and foremost, by all means, this is a horrible thing that's happened, and his tragedy, his memory will never be erased. He brought Black Panther to the screen. Halle Berry posted a photo the other day of this black child crying, and having all his Black Panther paraphernalia and merchandise all over the place. And, it was heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking. And so Red Reddit Nation, I have a question for you guys, because I saw what Screen Rant did, which was so disrespectful. But I do feel that there definitely needs to be a conversation needs to be had, but I am kind of curious, when do you guys want to have that conversation on the channel in Comics Plus about what to do about this, billion-dollar franchise and a legacy and a cultural impact that should not be extinguished with Chadwick's passing. I don't think Chadwick would have wanted something like that as well. He set things up to get things rolling, and we got to figure out, well, I guess it's not really us, but I do think it's part of us as fans as well. We have to figure out what's going to be the best way to continue this impact, this cultural impact that the Black Panther has had on general society. because I do really feel it's unfair that when I think about that black child that was crying, I'm like, yo, how come like we finally get a superhero, or certain demographics finally get a superhero that looks like them and they can look up to, and they have a, you know, the mentor or someone that they can actually look up to, and then now we got to bury it. Like, you know, we have had multiple Spider-Mans, Batmans, Supermans, but I just, something about it feels like we shouldn't let the legacy end here, because we may never get another shot at this again in terms of what Chadwick started. We may not get another shot at this ever again in terms of black representation. And I think that's why it's even more important that somehow, some way, the role of the Black Panther, the role of T'Challa continues. So like I said, I don't want to really dive deep into this right now, because I don't want to be disrespectful to what's going on this weekend. So maybe sometime next week we can probably have a deeper talk about, you know, what do we feel as fans would be the most acceptable. But I strongly am against just having this character fade away out of obscurity and then that's it. I think there's so much more we can do with the legacy and this cultural representation. It's very important. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, okay, that's it, guys. That's it. Rest in peace, Chadwick. And you know, like I said on Twitter and Instagram, you know, weep not for the what we could have had in the future, but instead remember and cherish the memories of what he gave and Chadwick gave us in the last 4 years. He fucking did 7 movies while battling cancer, and as I was telling my Twitch stream earlier today, you know, I believe in signs, and it's kind of scary because Friday the Prime Minister of Japan is announced that he's resigning due to an ongoing case of stomach problems, and then the next day I got the news that Chadwick had passed from stage 4 colon cancer. And then I was reminded about one of my students who also had stage 3 the last time I talked to her. She had colon cancer, and she's like 26. And to top things off, if you've been part of the stream for a long time, for the last 6 months, you know that I've been having stomach and like colon problems for quite some time, actually. And so we are finally, we set up an appointment a few weeks ago, but this Thursday, I think, I'm going in and I'm going to be put under, and they're going to poke around and see what they find. So like I'm a little panicking myself, because, you know, you see these, it comes in threes, right? These signs. And so I'm just like, man, I'm a little worried myself. I'm sure it's just a GERD, but they still got to figure out what the cases. And, you know, even if it wasn't happening, I'd still be going in for colonoscopy. I was talking with Tyrone Magnus the other day about it, and then he ended up making a video about it, which I thought was funny. But yeah, we were just kind of, because he and I are both around the well, they're both a little bit older than I am, but Chadwick, you know, he's got 4 or 5 years on me, but you know, we're pretty much all in that same demographic. It's like, yo, we're gonna have to watch out. Like, we gotta start taking care of ourselves and like just make sure we're doing all right, especially just sitting here and doing what we do for a living and not really getting out there as much as we should be getting out there. We gotta be protecting ourselves as black men. So you know, I'm definitely gonna be checking the old booty hole. I might just like it. Time stop. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Peace, and Wakanda forever. Okay.